Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine, and it's divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading, followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you could join us here on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I'd like to again remind us of the congratulations of passing the 500 episode marker. And as a celebration of that, I've opened up the Patreon community for free membership so that people can join our Zoom calls for free. There are a lot of people struggling out there. There's a lot going on. So I thought this could be a way to provide some help and, to give some thanks for all the support that I've received so far. You can also choose if you'd like to be a paid Patreon member, and that will help me to subsidize some of the costs and expenses that I have for this project. I'm still running this out of my own pocket, so it's about $2,000 to $5,000 a year that it costs me to produce this actually. So I'm not really making money from this. It's something that I'm doing for myself and hopefully to be able to help others. And so I'm coming from a genuine place here. The second thing that I'd like to remind you is that you can also find the Reparenting Daily Journal. You can purchase that on Amazon. It's another way to support the podcast. It's under $20. And it basically allows you to follow along with all of the monthly and weekly themes. It gives you space to keep your notes. And yeah, if you join the team or the Zoom calls, it might be a great way for us to all stay aligned and be working together. The last thing I'd like to give you a head up on is the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily series. As I mentioned earlier, I've had some editing issues with that because in the springtime, the end of spring, I did some reworking to structure those into certain themes. So like the beginning, middle, and end of the hero's journey. And in the midst of reorganizing and restructuring the stories and also upgrading the artwork, some of the text is a bit mixed and jumbled all over the place. Sorry about that. When I was in the editing phase for the first time, they did not send the proofread copies to the Netherlands, and so I had to work, around and trying to find a way to get the copy to edit, and it's just been a mess. So basically, that's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to aim to have that done by the end of the year, but I have burned my eyes, so I am very limited. Excuse me, with what I can do and time I spent on the computer. And so I would have had that done much earlier. I would have liked to have that already done, but here we are. And so in any case, once that's available, again, I'll give you a heads up, but please do hold off on purchasing the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily for now. Or Fairy Tales for Reparenting series, not the Fairy Tales for Reparenting Daily. That's it today. So without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Guys, today's reading is from the ACA Daily Meditation. Excuse me, I'm still not feeling so well, so apologies for the delays and for the issues with the audio. But still trying to stay focused, guys. Just as a reminder, we are in October and the theme is developing resilience and overcoming challenges. We're in week 3, which is October 15th until the 21st. We're the last day of the week. Today's reading is called Addiction to Excitement. Gossip, dramatic scenes, pending financial failure, or failing health are often the turmoil adult children create in their lives to feel connected to reality. While such behaviors is rarely stated as such, these behaviors are an addiction to excitement or fear. Big Red Book, page 16. Many of us came into ACA unaware of the depths of chaos we had created around us. We felt that we were in a fog we couldn't see our way out of. We didn't consciously create this chaos. Our behaviors resulted from the emotional and perhaps physical chaos of our childhood dysfunction and abusive homes. As we learned more about our addiction to excitement that drove us, we began to see how our fear was feeding us. We realized that we needed this inner drugstore to be closed for business. The adrenaline rush we were not even aware of was blocking our progress. We knew the chaos had to stop. As we found the answers in our meetings and by talking to others, we began to nourish ourselves with healthy program that brings peace and serenity. We become committed to change because we've had the pain and anguish that we want to be done with. We now have the inner radar to see what is coming, and when something feels wrong, we pause as long as we need to, and then we move away. We realize our health, or the health of our inner child, is at stake. On this day, I give my inner child and adult self the gift of freedom from fear and unhealthy excitement that we both need and deserve. Thank you. And that's the reading for today. Today's reading explores a subtle but powerful trauma pattern known as the addiction to excitement. For many adult children of dysfunctional homes, peace once felt dangerous and chaos felt familiar. Growing up surrounded by unpredictable emotions, crises, and fear, our nervous systems learned to equate anxiety with aliveness. As adults, we may unconsciously create the same emotional intensity through gossip, drama, or financial instability, or self-sabotage, among others. Not because we want pain, but because calm feels foreign. The adrenaline rush becomes our drug, giving us the illusion of connection or control, while actually keeping us trapped in fear. In the context of coping with failure and setbacks, this reading reminds us that chaos often functions as a distraction from deeper pain, our fear of stillness, failure, or facing buried emotions. When things feel too stable or quiet, the nervous system of a trauma survivor may interpret them as unsafe. This internal conflict leads to self-created crises or impulsive decisions that reintroduce familiar intensity of childhood. Healing, then, means learning that safety and serenity are not threats. They are our birthrights. Resilience doesn't mean surviving storms. It means learning how to live peacefully when the storm is over. From a reparenting perspective, recovery from the addiction to excitement is a form of deep nervous system reparenting. The inner child who grew up in chaos needs the adult to teach you that calm is not the same as danger, and that love can exist without adrenaline. Reparenting here means choosing to protect that child from unnecessary drama, offering stability, predictability, and warmth instead. Each time you pause before reacting, breathe before engaging in drama, or choose to walk away from chaos, you are teaching your inner child that peace is safety, and that they no longer have to live in survival mode to feel real. Serenity becomes your inner excitement. As we go into the journal prompts for today, number 1, in what areas of my life do I notice myself unconditionally creating or being drawn to chaos? What emotions or fears might I be avoiding through this? Number 2, what does true peace feel like in my body? And what parts of me resist it? Number 3, how can I reassure my inner child today that calm and stability are safe, even when they are unfamiliar or uncomfortable at first? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.